This morning in the U.S., Wednesday in the U.S., Apple was granted an emergency stay till about the middle of January. This means that they have a stay until the U.S. Customs makes a decision on a software fix that Apple submitted to the government. And it's up to the U.S. Customs agency to determine whether this fix is sufficient enough to no longer infringe the patents of Masimo. So the next steps is Apple's going to continue to file appeal after appeal until every federal entity is willing to grant the Apple Watch back on sale. Now, the ultimate grant will be if the U.S. Customs Agency does approve that fix. There's a hearing scheduled for the 12th on that. And then on the 15th, there is another big approval that Apple will be waiting for from the federal court circuit in D.C.
So this relates to a patent held by Masimo. What's Masimo saying about this process?
Yeah, Masimo for the last several weeks has been beating the drum that Apple has stolen its technology. They, in court, pointed to a very interesting email from an engineer named Marcelo Lamego sent right before 1 a.m. to Tim Cook in 2013, where he outlined that he'd like to come work for Apple to help build the future of health technology, which he said was smartwatches out. Obviously, Apple was working on the Apple Watch at the time. Now, the big story there is that Lamego, that the engineer I mentioned, was actually the chief technology officer of Core, which is the sister or spin-off company to Masimo. Masimo argues that he took the goods, brought it to Apple to help them develop the blood oxygen system.